Alright, length times width times height divided by 2. So we could work this out. We'll have 10 feet times 6 feet times 15 feet. And then on this one we have 15 feet times 6 feet times 4 feet, divide that by 2. And of course, since it's composite figure, we're actually going to add both of them together. So 6 times 10 is what? 60. 6 times 5 is 30. What's 60 plus 30? 90 times 10. Is that what you guys got? 900 cubic feet plus 15 times 3, 45 times 4, 180. Can you guys check that work for me, please? If we multiply 15 times 6 times 4, and you take all of that and you divide it by 2. 15 times 6 times 4 should give you what? 360 divided by 2 is 180. Last but not least, you combine both of them together. This gives you what? 1,080 cubic feet. That should be your final answer. So notice how we... Alright, thank you very much. Because of the fact that, you see right here, where we multiply 10 feet, 6 feet, and 15 feet. So we're multiplying 10 times 6 times 15, which gives me 900. But when we multiply feet times feet times feet, it's cubic feet.
But I mean in the 180?
Well,
no,
because...
Why is there a cubic and a square?
No, this is a 3. This is divided by 2.
Oh.
See right here, the 3. I'm sorry, I put them too close. Yes. Alright, any questions with this part over here? Now, notice that this was the composite figure. We're finding the volume. Now we're going to do the same step, but we're going to find the surface area. Now, remember I told you about surface area. Surface area basically means to wrap it up, to cover it up, right? Well, we're going to take both of these right here again. I'm going to draw it in a much smaller scale. All right. Six feet, 15 feet, and 10 feet. And I'm going to move it down some so you guys can see it, okay? Alright, so we're looking for the surface area. Now, I want you guys to find the surface area. Remember one of the things that we discussed before, just to keep it simple. In order for you to find the surface area, we need to go ahead and find pretty much how many faces each shape has. Remember that? And then we're going to add all the faces together. So if we look at the first prism, how many faces does this prism have? 6. So I'll go ahead and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And this one is for the prism. How many faces does this triangular prism have? 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, this one's pretty much easy to get, right? Because we have two parts that are front and back. So this part in the front here, what is the dimensions of the part in the front? 6 what? All right, 6 times 10. And we have two of them, so I'll put it twice. On the sides, what are the dimensions here on the sides? 15 times 10, good. And we have two of them. And the top and bottom, what do we have? 6 times 15. What's 6 times 10? What's 15 times 10? And what's 6 times 15? Can somebody add all of this up for me, please?
600.
600 exactly? Do you guys agree? And this is in square feet here. We're going to do the same thing here, but on this one, can anybody tell me what's the problem that we face here?
We have to divide.
Well, first thing first, can we find the bottom part, yes or no?
Yes.
What should be the bottom part?
6 times 15.
6 times 15, very good. Can we find the faces in the front and in the back?
Yes.
What would it be?
4 times 6 divided by 2.
Alright, 4 times 6 divided by 2. 4 times 6 divided by 2. Can we find the faces on the lateral sides?
Yes.
Yes or no?
No. Yes, we have to find the side length.
There you go, somebody said it, beautiful. We need to find this part right here. And we do not know this side here. And let me put this as a right triangle here. We do not know this side here, but we can find that side.
Yeah.
Because of the fact that if we look closely, somebody mentioned it before, we have a right triangle. And in the right triangle, if the height is 4, what is this bottom piece right here?
No, 3.
It's 3. Because it's half of it, right? So this is actually 3. We need to find this side here. The Pythagorean theorem. Remember, these two are your legs, right? So we have a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared. What are your legs?
4 and 6.
4 and
Oh, 3.
3.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right. 4 and 3. So 4 and 3 will be in A, B, or C?
A and B.
A and B. What is C called?
The hypotenuse.
Very good. So we have 4 squared plus 3 squared is equal to c squared. What's 4 squared?
16.
What is 3 squared?
9.
Is equal to c squared. This will give you 25 is equal to c squared. How do we get rid of the exponent? Take the square root of both sides. C is equal to what?
5.
This is actually called a special right triangle, guys. This is a 3, 4, 5 triangle. All right?
Is that common?
Yes. This is a special right triangle. So, guys, this right here is 5. So now, can we find the lateral area?
Yes.
What will we multiply?
15 times negative 5.
No, that's just the right side. It's 15 times 5. Very good. What's 6 times 15?
90.
90.
What is 4 times 6?
12. Oh, no. When you divide it.
24 divided by 2?
12.
What's 15 times 5?
7.
What's 10 times 5?
50.
What's 5 times 5?
25. 70.
All right, there you go. So now, let's add them up. 90 plus, what is it?
114.
Yeah, 264.
264.
It's a long time doing this test. That's all I say.
So guys, we're almost there, but we're not done yet. Now, if it says composite, we should add all of this up right here. We will. This would be 864 square feet. However, this is the part that you need to focus on. If we're trying to cover the shape, let's go back to the original shape and see what we have here. Guys, if we go back to the shape here, there's a side that overlaps, which is where? You see that part right there? That part overlaps. So we're looking at this part here,
And the bottom part.
and this bottom part here overlaps. So what we have to do here at the end is to subtract that part by 2. So first things first, what is the area here? How do we find that area? 6 times what?
15.
And it should be the same here. 6 times 15. So if we go back to this part here, all right, we have to do 6 times 15. What is what?
90.
So we should subtract this minus 90 minus 90.
Basically getting rid of that side.
Getting rid of the top part and then get rid of the bottom part because we're counting it twice.
It's a,
But wouldn't you just count it once?
No,
You don't count it
because look over here. Let's go back to this. If you count it once, you get rid of this right here, but this is still on the bottom. We're not covering that bottom part because they overlap. You see this? Wherever they overlap, we have to actually have to take it off twice. This is very important. If you don't take it off twice, then you have the wrong answer. All right. So over here, we're taking it off twice by multiplying this by 2, or by subtracting 90 minus 90 again. So what's 864 minus 90 minus 90? 600 and what?
84.
84? That will be your final answer for surface area.
And you don't do this for volume?
Not in volume. The reason why volume is we don't care if they overlap or not because we're just filling in. Now with surface area, since you're trying to cover, you're not covering the bottom part of the triangular prism or the top part of the rectangular prism. You're covering just all around it. So that's the difference between the two. All right, so please make a note of that.